What's going on, guys? Sponsored? No. Makes you What are you talking about? But seriously, not sponsored by anyone. The guys over at Super Clean has sent me over a few things, and I am interested to see how it works. The main thing that I wanted to try out, they sent me over a few things, and I'm gonna make this automotive related. They sent me over wheel cleaner, and I have never had a good wheel cleaner. Probably because I don't like to spend a whole lot of money. I like to keep things cheap. So I usually go with like dollar store brand, which obviously doesn't work very well. So I'm gonna try their wheel cleaner and see how that works. They also sent me over some multi-purpose cleaner for stuff. I'm gonna try that on an engine bay and see how that works. See if it really does fight grease and grime and oil and dirt and stuff on your car. So let's do it. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna try is the all-wheel cleaner. So basically I'm gonna do two. There's this one. This one back here is a little bit cleaner, so you can kind of see it's not supposed to be that color. So I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna do zero agitation, then I'm gonna jump on the other side. It's basically just as dirty as that one. And then I'm gonna see which one's better and see if it does any good, because these guys need to be clean. So as I'm spraying this, it doesn't really stick. I mean, it foams a little bit, but it doesn't stick to the wheel. So I am probably not gonna get the best results on here without agitating anything, but I guess we'll see. All right, after spraying this down, I can definitely tell where we can get some streaks in here that you can see along the wheels where it slid down, and it cleans it off a little bit, but 100% we're gonna have to agitate. I don't even need to switch wheels. We're gonna do the same one. All right, so it did decently well after scrubbing through everything. I think the biggest thing is it started to dry as I was doing it. And if you kind of look here, there's spots on here that are still dirty. But other than that, it really broke down a lot of the grease. Take a look down here. This part on the inside of the tire is notorious. It just never comes clean. But I did just a quick little scrub back there to see if it would get that off. It does. So I mean, I'm gonna go through this one more time, scrub it. I'm gonna get it nice and clean, and then we'll go from there and see what I think. All right, so this is what it looks like after I cleaned it up. Got the little bits that stayed on there. I didn't do any extra scrubbing on the inside, as you can see, just that quick run through with my brush. But I do have to say, this thing did a very good job. Not like 100% got absolutely everything off, but for just one swipe around of something that is completely caked in brake dust, this did very well. A lot better than I thought it was gonna do. It completely destroys any sort of grime, grease, but I would say they need to work on how long, or the foaming, how it stays on there, so you can get a better job, because it breaks down grease very well. It just needs to stay on the rim a little bit longer for that to actually, that process to break it down. It would just be a little bit better, but other than that, like, look at the rim. It's so clean compared to what it was before, and even this one in the back without a whole lot. That one's a little bit dirty, but it just shines. I don't think it's supposed to shine, but it's shiny. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, so next up we have a dirty Jeep. We're gonna use basically the all-purpose cleaner. This is just the Super Clean, dissolves grease, not for wheels, but for other stuff. So I'm gonna be using it on here, and one of the major things I wanna do, look at that engine block. I'm gonna get some over there. Of course, a little bit of agitation from what we've learned from the wheels. Spray it on there, agitate a little bit, and see how well it does with just one round. Let's try a few different locations here. I'm gonna try right up here, try one of these, and then we'll jump in. See, that smells a little bit better. The first one kind of smelled like a really weird, okay, now it's starting to smell a little weirder. It's like it smells natural, but a weird natural. So we're gonna spray this up in here, really soak it in. I doubt it's gonna be able to do anything just sitting there, but that's what I got. That right here on the light and right here on the front. I'm gonna give it a little minute to set in, and then I'm gonna agitate. All right, I've gave it a minute here. It looks like there's still a bunch of crap on there, but just gonna agitate this a little bit, nothing special. Just kind of go through and break up all the nasty stuff. A lot of pollen this time of year. So we're gonna break that up. These little glass lights up here so I'm not scratching anything. I'm sure that's gonna come nice and clean. And of course the last bit, this Jeep has to be so lifted, I can barely look over the top. So still don't have a whole lot of stuff going on up here. So I'm gonna give it a little scratch. Oh, look at that. A lot of that stuff is just falling off. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. I figured out the use for this product right there. It completely ate through that caked on oil. Okay, maybe not the wheel cleaners 100%, but this is just insane. All right, I don't have a hose that reaches this far, so I got a bucket. Clean this off. It's nice and clean, but really, there wasn't a whole lot of grease on there. This came clean too, nice. And then I washed this off. Looks really good. I thought, hey, I didn't even do a control, so I did a control. I did the other side. You might be able to see it. This is just with water. So, yeah, not as impressive as I thought it was gonna be. So, just with water, that oil came right off. And without the water, it also came right off. So I need to find something else that I can compare this to. All right, so next thing we have here is grill. I'm gonna try to clean this, even if Mr. Little bee guy over here is just chilling. We're gonna try this anyway. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray one half and then don't spray the other half, and then I'm gonna scrub through and see how well it does. I've already sprayed one half. Mr. B didn't make it, so toxic, I guess. We're gonna do one half, which I've already done, and the other half I'm gonna scrub. So I'm gonna let that sit in for a little bit, and then I'm gonna scrub. Nice clean water up in here. And get to scrubbing. And yes, I am aware this is not a hard bristle, which is usually used for grills. All right, so that's half of it. And get nasty on my brush here. Basically, all that did was knock off all the crap that was on here before. It's not cleaning anything. It's still got all the nasty grease and rust and whatnot that's on there. Mr. B is still holding on for dear life, even though he's dead. Quick rinse here and make everything nice and dirty. Let's try the other side. Hopefully we get a little bit more action over here. Okay, so no difference so far. It looks like I'm just kind of mushing everything around with rust-colored nastiness. So I've scrubbed the left side, I've scrubbed the right side. Let's give it a rinse and see what it looks like. Oh, that's yummy. All right, so I caught myself being stupid. I could have just took the grill out and put it closer to the hose. So that's what I did. As you can see, I resprayed the right side, the left side I still haven't done anything with. Now I've got a hose nearby, I can spray it off, and this is gonna work a whole lot better. You can already see a lot of that greasy crap is coming off. It's pretty nasty. So let's give this another try. So far, it's looking pretty good. All right, so this is the final product after a quick run through, again with a soft bristled brush. It looks like there's definite difference here. On the left-hand side, nothing's changed. There's no stainless steel, there's no chrome, there's no shiny, there's nothing. And then as we move around here, this stuff starts to come off. We're getting a lot more shiny stuff. Now, if I had a proper wire bristle, I'm sure this thing would be nice and clean, but I was just checking from a grill that's been sitting around for what, 1 or 2 years over at someone else's house, see how well this stuff does on breaking down grease. And it definitely works. It's no miracle worker, but if you need to use something to clean your grill properly with a wire brush, that is definitely a plus. And something they definitely need to market this as, they really, really should put some sort of cement cleaner, driveway cleaner. Because look at that. That is where I clean the grill, and that's where I did the half, a little bit of overspray. Look at that. If you want to clean your driveway, use this stuff. Insane. It's now you got a weird circle in the driveway. I'm not going to tell them about that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I mean, honest opinions at the end, the wheel cleaner is the best wheel cleaner I've ever had. I do have some critiques on it. I really do wish it would stick to the wheel a little bit more, maybe foam up instead of just hitting it and then just running off. So I would probably give that about an 8 out of 10. The way that it works, very good. It's just, I want it to stay on there and it just dries up too quick. The multi-purpose cleaner, that depends on what you use it for. Because I did not expect it to clean the concrete like the way it did. I was just not expecting that. And everything else, it did all right. I needed more things to test on that. So I'd say overall, probably 8 out of 10 in general for a little product right here that I use. So if you guys want to get that stuff, it's basically everywhere. So I highly suggest using the Wheel Clean, see how well it works for you. But I hope they improve it, and I hope you guys are watching. Improve that. But I'll see you guys next time in another video that has to do with car stuff or electronics or vlogs or, you know, whatever I feel like doing. Stay tuned.